What is up, guys? So I've been meaning to do this video for quite some time. Couldn't find the time to do it, but I wanted to share my quick thoughts on American Horror Story 1984. And for those of you who have been following me for quite some time, you know that what kind of horror, what type of horror movies that I gravitate towards. And when the show decided to basically go along with that same formula, that's when I'm like, yeah, I have to watch this. And it follows the same formula as Friday the 13th, like where we have we have these young teenagers or like young adults who are going to be counselors at this summer camp. They're going to get ready to open it up, and all of a sudden, like that's when havoc starts to wreak over over the camp. And so yeah, going into this, I wonder if they would have the balls to stray away from what we would expect from American Horror Story. And they do add enough in there just to remind you of what show that you're watching. You know what I mean? And that's totally understandable. But with me, I would have threw that all out the window and just make it another basic horror type story, like where you're in the summer camp and then there's gonna be a psycho coming after you. I mean, it would be as simple as that. But they take it a little further than that. And after the first few episodes, it felt like it was the end of a horror movie. And I'm like, where does it go from here? I mean, I don't know what else you can tell. And it did lose me a little bit at times, but I still watched. But as it got near the end of the season, I was like, okay, now it's interesting again. It's become interesting once again. And I felt like it had a pretty fitting conclusion to the story. It's like, okay, cool. But the first, I think episode 5 maybe, or 6, it felt like the end of a horror movie. But I just felt like this is my favorite season. I mean, this is a very biased opinion, but this is my favorite season of American Horror Story. I felt like they took almost everything that I love about horror movies, and then they decided to finally put it into the show and do their own take on it. And overall, I enjoyed what they did overall. But like I said, I would have took certain characters like with the Night Stalker, he wouldn't be there, and Mr. Jingles, I would just make him a simple silent mute that wears a mask and just goes out and kills people, and he's basically like that. But I understand why they didn't fully go into that, and but what they did, I was like, okay, I liked it, but still, it wouldn't be the approach that I would do because of how I love slasher movies. It would be full-on slasher, period. But still, I feel like this season was worth talking about, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I liked it. I mean, I was surprised of how limited the episodes were. I thought there would be a little bit more than what there actually was. It's like, oh, we're at the finale already? It went by fast. It went by quick. So with that all being said, I'm going to give AHS, American Horror Story, 1984, well, I'm going to give it 3.5 chair spins out of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3.5 chair spins. So yeah, I'm sure you guys seen it by now, but in case you haven't, I'm not gonna go dive into major spoilers or nothing like that. But I felt like I fell off American Horror Story a few years ago. I'm like, there's not a story that's really capturing my attention, but this certainly did, and I do not regret watching it. I do not regret watching it, and I love the 80s vibes that it had, and it felt like. Not only did it feel like it was an 80s vibe, it felt like an 80s slasher movie, which is what I love. So it was love. I mean, I love getting those nostalgic tingles. It was great. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed my review for this season of American Horror Story, make sure you thumb up this video. And make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel. And make sure you click that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.